In the last 7 days, we ended up giving out over 24 different jackpots, making it 165 different jackpots total for Season 13 so far. We are only in our second month of Season 13, so that is awesome to see. And just yesterday, we had one jackpot winner going out to Ozzy J. They are playing over at TB3s and ended up taking home $888.
Good job, Ozzy J, taking home that nice prize on that Wednesday. The only jackpot of that Wednesday. I mean, we got a lot of jackpots prepped and ready for us today, like that major prize of $5,390 you can take home in 53 balls or less. We're hoping to see it go out during one of these upcoming 12 games that we're going to be here with you guys for. But if you guys want to check out some non-live bingo games, we have a great new e-tab, which is called Lucky Star, and you guys can play that game and win in that Wild Star bonus round. We love the bonus rounds, and the Wild Star bonus round is definitely fun as well.
Absolutely. Go check that out. It is a lot of fun. It's a great e-tab and hitting 3 weeks out on the market with you guys for those iPads. So, guys, go check that out and let us know what you think. And if you guys want to stay up to date with everything happening with Pilot Games and see those awesome promo videos we release when we have new e-tabs coming to you guys, make sure you head on over to our Facebook page. Once you look up Pilot Games, give us a like and follow, and you'll be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, send in those player pictures, and even utilize our link tree. Or if you click our website link, it's got direct links to all of our social medias like Twitter and Instagram. It's even got direct links to pgl.world, all of our streaming platforms, and even the locations that you guys can check out Pilot Games at.
Yeah, it definitely is some great stuff there. We love all the different options we have on that Facebook page. But we do have a winner here, taking home $15.50. It's JoJo over at Corner Bar Goodhue. Good job, JoJo, in this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting rolled into this game number 2, as that minor prize will be finally becoming available as it clicks up from 52 to 54 balls or less.
Absolutely. And you know, my entire life, I only thought of JoJo as the actress from the Aquamarine movie.
Really?
And that was always the JoJo that I knew. And now I have completely a different JoJo that comes to mind because of a stupid cartoon that we watch. And so now all I think of is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, I completely agree with you on that. Surprisingly enough, whenever I see JoJo, I think of JoJo Siwa.
Really?
Yeah, that's what pops into my head for some reason. I don't know. It was just, it was super popular at JCPenney while I worked there. And so, like, I sold so many of her little hair bows to, like, little girls and stuff like that. It
just really stuck with you?
That stuck with me. So she's the JoJo I think of.
Wow, the other JoJo I think of is a childhood show that I used to watch all the time, and I needed to look it up just to make sure that it wasn't a fever dream. And it's in fact a real thing called JoJo's Circus. Did you ever watch this?
I think I've seen like episodes of it, but I don't think I ever like was a consistent watcher of JoJo's Circus.
Oh, I was a big fan.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. We do have 1 minute and 10 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. But to be honest, I can't really remember a lot of the like real little kid shows I watched, like when I was super young. I can remember like movies that I watched when I was super young.
But
shows they kind of slip.
Come and go.
Yeah, I only remember the Wiggles. Like that was like the #1 a little kid show that I watched.
Yeah, see, I wasn't really a Wiggles gal. My brother was a big Wiggles fan. I was more into, do you remember those 4 dudes that were like engineers?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. It was Wiggles and VeggieTales were my 2 big shows that I watched as a child, but I can't remember any other ones I really watched.
Imagination Movers.
Oh, I remember hearing about this show. I don't think I watched it very often.
Yeah, this was like my Wiggles. They were so good. Yeah, they were like 4 dudes. They were in a band. They had this like super cool industrial loft that they lived in. And they were innovators, and they had a bunch of kooky little puppet animals that lived in the walls of this place and stuff. And it was definitely super funny.
That seems super fun. Definitely some cool stuff. We do have balls dropping out in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo.
That's right.
And we'll be playing this Game Day Bingo with you guys all the way till 1 p.m. Should be some great stuff as we'll leave you guys off to play a little bit of a Lucky 4 bingo at 1 p.m. $81,000 on the line in that game. And then you'll get into more game day bingo. This will be unhosted game day bingo running from 1 all the way to 4, where that mega, major, and minor prize, wherever we leave it off from this 12 to 1 opportunity of game day bingo, you'll get more opportunities at those prizes from 1 all the way till 4.
Absolutely. You guys will not want to miss out on it, and especially because at 4 p.m., that's when we jump right into our happy hour show where you guys get your second opportunity at Lucky 4 bingo. That should be closing in on 82 grand if it does not go out at that 1 p.m. time, and that's when you guys get to jump into some Skull Bingo for the day. There's going to be 23 games hosted live with you guys of that Skull Bingo, where we have that line prize already at $688 already, and you guys can take that home in 10 balls or less. A large frame prize of $3,590 at 43 balls or less, and not to mention that coverall jackpot sitting at $41,559 at 50 balls or less.
Definitely some awesome stuff available there in that Skull Bingo. Ending off with that game of Lucky 4 bingo at 6 p.m. That'll lead you into more game day bingo, running from 6 all the way till 10 tonight. Mega, major, and minor prize will still be available throughout those games, and whatever ball count and money amount you left off with them at that 4 o'clock opportunity of game day bingo. But as we love to have those specialty nights, they're some of the best gaming nights of the entire week. We got to wait all the way till next week to have our next one, as it's going to be MegaSota game night. It starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday, giving out a bunch of PGL points. Tony and Nikki will be back for that MegaSota game night, giving out a bunch of great prizes, like a grand finale prize of Jackpot Jungle, where you could take home $9,718. Should be some absolutely great stuff. And then the following night, Wild Wednesday, 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Even more PGL points going out there, and some great prizes available, as it's going to be me and John next week on that great Wild Wednesday.
Absolutely, but we got Matt as well as Skipper. Matt playing at Malone's Bar and Grill, and Skipper at Clearwater Legion Post. They are both splitting up that $16 Musco prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 2. We're about to be enrolled in our third game of Game Day Bingo, with that minor prize clicking up to 56 balls or less.
Yeah, 10 games of Game Day Bingo left during this lunchtime opportunity, so make sure you guys continue to get after, as that minor prize is just starting to get super exciting.
Absolutely, and as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes for this game number 3, we have some national days to jump into with you guys, and this first one is one of my favorites. It is National Bagels and Lox Day, and on National Bagels and Lox Day, it recognizes one of America's favorite bagel combinations on February 9th.
All right, and you want to talk about some bagel and lox? You're a huge fan, I know it is.
This is my favorite breakfast, I think.
Really?
That's a tough one.
You have so many good breakfasts.
Okay.
They all kind of involve like a bagel, a English muffin, and then a
burrito. Breakfast burritos.
Breakfast burritos are so good.
Up there on my favorite breakfast.
So good.
But if you guys don't know, Bagel and Lox, it's a traditional Jewish breakfast. It has anywhere from capers to cucumber and tomato. You can have scrambled eggs on top. Usually the main staples is that you need to have a great schmear cream cheese, and you need to have some smoked salmon. If you don't have the salmon, you don't have the lox. That's what lox means, is the salmon that you top your bagel with. And it is so good. It's one of my favorite ways to have breakfast. It's definitely my favorite way to have a bagel.
Okay,
sure.
Do you think that might be the way that you could have breakfast the most consistently? Like, if you always had that available to you, like, would that be your go-to breakfast for the morning kind of deal?
If I got to have smoked salmon every single morning, you bet your bottom dollar I'm eating it.
You're eating some bagel and lox every single morning.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, that seems like, the right way to go about it.
It is so good. Bagels and lox is definitely my favorite way to have bagels. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Personally, my favorite way is to have an everything bagel toasted. Then I put like chive and onion cream cheese or regular cream cheese, doesn't matter, either one of those two. And then I'll do the salmon, and then I do thinly sliced cucumber. That is like my favorite way to have it. But my mom will stack it with red onion and tomato sliced thin. My grandma likes really finely scrambled eggs on top of hers. Yeah, it really just depends on how you like it.
Okay, yeah, it seems super, super tasty. Outside of the fact that I'm not a fan of raw fish, I think
you're
I would
missing
very,
out.
very much enjoy
Yes,
something
I
like
actually just watched a video of this young girl showing her older Jewish grandpa like the correct way to put capers on a bagel, because if you don't
Yes.
know, capers are really really small pepper
Uh-huh.
almost, and they are just like little dime-sized balls,
Yeah.
and they are super hard to get to stay on top of your lox, especially
Uh-huh.
if you're one to pile it up with all the toppings. And so she took her bagel and cream cheese with no other toppings, and then she dunked it on the plate of capers to get it all to stick to the cream cheese.
Yes.
And you put that on first, and it was like revolutionary for this grandpa.
Really?
He was just like, "You're a genius!" Like, it was so funny.
That is absolutely great. Well, happy National Bagel and Lox Day. Definitely enjoying today some of the
I wish I could.
one of Jordy's favorite breakfasts she could ever enjoy, and
Yeah.
it looks super tasty. It's right up your
I
alley.
could cry
mean,
not eating it.
the bagel and lox is good, but is that your would you say a breakfast burrito is your favorite breakfast?
Probably.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, scrambled eggs, bacon, potato, avocado, hot sauce. Yeah.
That's so good. It's
Yeah.
hard to beat
You
that.
just can't beat a
A
breakfast
burrito is so good. I was
Yeah.
trying to think of what would be my favorite, as I love a good biscuits and gravy. Like, that's so tasty. But honestly, most of the time, I would rather not even have biscuits and gravy as a breakfast. I'd rather have it as
A dinner.
a breakfast dinner kind
Yeah.
of deal. And so that's where.
It's too hearty of a meal to eat early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm never like that as hungry enough to
to
down.
fully satiate your taste for.
Yeah, biscuits and gravy. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of fun dinner.
That's what I
meal.
make when we do breakfast for dinner. Like, instead
Yeah.
of doing like, "Oh, do you want waffles for your breakfast for dinner?" We're like, biscuits and gravy, oven bacon, and like that's our spread.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's super super tasty. So that's always my favorite. It's either that or a breakfast burrito that we have for dinner. As breakfast burritos
So
are so
good.
tasty as well. We got Red over at American Legion Fridley taking home the must-go prize of $18.80 in this game number 3. Good job, Red. As we will now be getting enrolled into a game number 4 of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less, getting even more available for you guys. So make sure you're continuing to get enrolled and press and play. But happy National Bagel and Lox Day. Hopefully you guys can celebrate and enjoy a little bagel and lox on today.
Absolutely. This was actually a way that my family got me to start eating sushi, was because they knew I loved bagels and lox so much.
Oh.
And they have this roll that's pretty universal. You can find it pretty much anywhere, and it's called the Philadelphia roll. And it's smoked salmon, cream cheese, and cucumber. That's it in the entire sushi roll. And so they showed me that, and I was like, whoa.
So good.
I was like, this is sushi. It was like eye-opening.
That's absolutely
Now
awesome.
I'll eat whatever raw
For
fish you
sure.
put in front of me, but yeah, happy Bagel and Lox Day.
Yeah. Next up on our National Day list, as you guys are getting enrolled into this game number 4, is National Giving Hearts Day. Big hearts, give big on National Giving Hearts Day. One on the second Thursday in February each year, the celebration offers one of the best opportunities to donate to our favorite charity. Not only that, this is the long-running giving day in the United States. So many hearts and so much to give.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great national day. I mean, giving to your favorite charity is always a huge one, and this is a day that can just kind of can remind you to go out there and give a little bit extra on today.
You guys are doing so right now as you guys play, because as you guys are playing pilot games, whatever location that you guys play at is supporting charities around your community. So right now you're doing the best thing you can by having some fun with pilot games and also helping out your community in any small way that you can.
Feels like a win-win scenario for you guys over there in Minnesota. Having a shot at some big money as well as helping out charities over there is definitely some great stuff for you guys. So we have a bunch of giving hearts here in playing pilot games. But just talking about giving hearts on today, is there any kind of, giving opportunities that you would love to participate in this year?
Yes, I really would. We were even just talking about it not too long ago, as we just adopted a kitten from our humane shelter near us, and they have these time slots throughout every single week that they need volunteers to go and help out, and I really, really would like to do that.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome way to be able to help out the community. Also, help out some pets.
I don't know where you guys are, but we have 150 stray cats all over the place in our town, and so
living in a college town like we do, it tends to have a lot of stray cats, and so being able to go out there and maybe help out that community of stray cats, that's definitely an awesome one to do. I think one thing I want to get back into the habit of, as my family used to do this every single year, and that was go do a big giving event every single holiday season of any sort. And so I feel like that's something I would love to do wherever I can volunteer my time, whether it's picking up trash in the summertime, going to food shelters in the wintertime, just
doing your part.
Doing those kinds of things are things that I would love to get back into. And this is the kind of national day that reminds me to do those kinds of things.
Absolutely. I used to be really into like the city beautification projects in my town.
Those are really awesome.
I feel like I've so lost touch with it since I'm no longer like in my community,
and especially in high school, like a lot of high schools mandate you to have those like volunteer hours, and whether you were actually
my
you were
high
past
school didn't mandate that.
Really?
Yeah,
I know a lot of high schools that do, but
they encouraged it.
I know that my high school was a little bit more than the average since we were a private school, and we had to get like 200 hours of community service
I don't know
our
if
4
I just
years.
was never discussed it because I had already done it.
If that could be the case.
I did a lot of volunteer work throughout all of my schooling, pretty much from the moment I could.
But you have to turn it into the school, so I guess like then they.
I mean, I also had principals that took care of my things for me.
Yes. Okay.
So there's a possibility that I just didn't know.
Yeah, between like school volunteer events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so that definitely would make sense that it just
because,
might have been
even
overlooked by you.
Because I never even like you had to apply to do our senior serve, which was our you go down to Detroit for a little bit or for a couple days, and you do city beautification. You try to help just pick up the city and do your part wherever they need you to be and stuff. And you're supposed to apply to that, and I didn't even know that was supposed to be an application process.
And you just were already a part of it.
Just to go.
That's so funny. We do have Betty over at the dam taking home a nice prize of $26.60, just one ball away from being able to take home that minor, but not a bad must-go going out to you, Betty, as we will now be getting enrolled into a game number 5 of Game Day Bingo. That minor prize clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less, just getting even more exciting as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Absolutely, but today is the National Day to remember just to do your part and just give where you can, and you're doing so right now by playing Pilot Games, so kudos to you guys and National Giving Hearts Day.
Oh yeah, next up is National Toothache Day. National Toothache Day on February 9th is not a subtle reminder of the importance of dental care, also known as odontalgia. A toothache is pain generated from a tooth or multiple teeth.
That's right, and it's one of the worst things in the world.
Yeah, it's been I can't remember the last time I ever had a toothache. I don't even know if I've ever had like a serious toothache outside of like the aching of my teeth when I knocked out my tooth.
Yeah, knocked off half of your front tooth.
But like that wasn't like necessarily a toothache. It was just like a damage to my gum and everything like that. Like I don't know if it's
I've had some toothaches.
I don't know if it's necessarily toothaches. I might have had some toothaches when I got my one filling I've ever gotten. And so that might have caused me some toothaches.
Oh, yes. See, I am a woman born with too small of a jaw for her teeth. And the pushing of my teeth that has just consistently happened for my entire life just has given me some horrible, horrible toothaches.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, the worst toothache I've probably ever had is when I had my braces and I got the power chain put on for the first time, which is where all of the colored bands are connected into one and it pulls all your teeth together. That was probably the most pain my teeth have ever been in.
I can figure. I figure that the reshaping of your teeth has to hurt quite a bit.
I also got my front 2 teeth shaved down. That was
Oh.
not fun.
Yeah, I had to do some kind of stuff like that with me breaking my teeth, as they had to shave down pieces as they tried to recover it with
Yeah.
just by putting like stuff on top of the roots on
cap,
the
yeah.
teeth. Yeah, just a cap, and so they shaved down some parts of it. They realized there was a crack that they didn't see beforehand, and so they had to pull the rest of the tooths out.
I had a
and
dream
it was
last night that
horrible.
I cracked my front tooth. And it just
Oh.
now hit me.
You just remembered that you
Yeah.
had that dream.
Yeah, my tooth. I had a dream it cracked right now.
Isn't it funny how you can have such vivid dreams, but then not remember them once you get to the
Yeah.
morning?
Absolutely. No, but when I was first born, my front teeth were a lot longer than they are now.
That is hilarious. That is a very, very funny little fun fact about you.
Yeah. I had some big front teeth.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely fun. That's a fun little fact.
And I had a gap between them.
Yeah, we got balls dropping in this game, number 5, 60 balls or less for the minor prize. We'll see if we can finally give it out in this game. As the last 2 games, we've had the ball count be under 60 balls or less, and so we just need to do it once again to give out a great, great prize.
Absolutely. But happy National Toothache Day. I know this is one that I need to send to my brother.
Just go get his teeth cared for.
Yeah, I don't know what he did, but as a 26-year-old ended up with like, how many cavities did he have?
I don't remember.
Over
at
half
all.
of his teeth.
Yeah, it was surprising enough that it was
It was like $20,000 worth of cavity fillings.
absolutely insane. Whatever it was absolutely crazy.
It might have been record breaking.
So take care of your teeth.
Yes.
It's one of the easy ways to be able to maintain a good quality appearance is having nice shiny white teeth. And so take care of your
And your
teeth.
later years will thank you.
Yeah, go get those. Every 6-month cleanings and
yeah.
avoid those toothaches.
Absolutely. I do have big front teeth now, but they were a lot worse, so I'll take them in stride, Ben. Well, happy National Toothache Day.
Yeah, I can always count on Ben for adding another
humbles
thing
ya.
to be self-conscious about. Well, happy National Toothache Day. Next up is National Cut the Cord Day.
And we're not talking umbilical.
Yep, break free from the expensive cable bill on February 9th by celebrating National Cut the Cord Day. The streaming movement has rapidly grown over the past 5 years, and it doesn't show any sign of stopping. As the digital world supplies more choices, it also provides the flexibility and selection and reliability we've been looking for. So it's not the surprise. It's no surprise that industry and analysts estimate that up to 6 million people will cut the cord on national TV subscriptions in 2020.
That's right. We got LKL over at Albany Bowling Center is taking home that must-go prize, $36.30 yet again. Nicely done in this round number 5. We're about to be enrolled in a round number 6 with that minor prize continuing to grow and is now at 62 balls or less, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled. But yes, National Cut the Cord Day. I was just talking about this, and honestly, I miss cable.
Yeah, well, here's the new estimate from, they said 6 million people will cut the cord in 2020. Well, apparently people are cutting the cord at a huge rate, as they estimated that 4.9 million people will cut the cord in 2022. Yeah. And approximately 25 million since 2012.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, lots and lots of people are not
but everyone's
using TV subscriptions
up
anymore.
in their monthly subscriptions for the streaming platforms. They're making them more elusive where they only have half of a series here and you got to download Peacock for the other half, and it's like...
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like how many streaming sites there are.
Yeah,
but it's
because you're paying $100 anyway monthly
Yes.
between the 6 streaming platforms.
But I mean, getting instant access to all your shows, all your different stuff is definitely huge. And so
Well,
that's
I mean,
super
even
nice.
with Hulu Live, we're still watching commercials.
Oh, yeah, but we get live TV. It's basically buying a TV, like,
Yeah.
program set, like, kind of thing. We basically haven't cut the cord by having Hulu Live.
Yeah, I guess.
I just think of
but
it as a
even
new
like
DirecTV.
Netflix, they're saying I don't know how accurate this is, as I heard it from my brother, and I don't know how factual his intel is, but like how Netflix might be saying that only one household can use the account.
Yeah, that is a new thing as well.
Like, why?
Because they're trying to make money.
Yeah, I know.
It's all about money. I
It
mean, and
is.
you know, it makes sense to me for sure to just to like do that kind of stuff just to prevent, because I mean, Netflix keeps their prices decently low.
You don't think they're making enough money?
They can make more. And
I
like
know they
so
can
many
make
and
more,
so many
but
people
it's
share
just-
accounts and
greedy.
they abuse the system and
Oh,
they,
I've seen
they
some
have-
funny videos that were like, this random man joined in 2018 and he's just been on our account since. And, you know, this person has the greatest recommendations. You know, I never would have watched this, but because of Dave, who signed on and created his own profile, I've watched some great stuff. And I think those are hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely think that's funny. Well, happy National Cut the Cord Day. Yeah, maybe it's your sign to cut the cord this year on your TV subscription and just to get on over to all the different streaming sites that are available. Definitely some fun stuff here.
Next up, we got National Pizza Day. And National Pizza Day on February 9th celebrates one of America's all-time favorite foods. Whether it's thin crust, Chicago-style deep dish, or anything in between, a pizza is definitely one of America's favorites.
Oh, yeah, I love some good pizza. We're huge pizza fans here.
Yes, we are.
And so it's a great national day to celebrate
than we should be.
pizza. Yeah, we eat probably a lot more pizza than we should. Just this past weekend, we went over to Frankenmuth, and we were staying at a place that had a little bar underneath that served up pizza. And so we ended up having, two pizzas?
We ate pizzas for pretty much every meal other than two.
Yeah, two dinners we had
Yeah.
pizza for it, and then the other times we had some nice bar
had-
chicken tenders and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. We did do that.
Yeah, exactly. So it was only two of our meals that we ended up eating pizza for, but 2 meals in one weekend is definitely,
a lot of
and it was
pizza.
back-to-back dinners too.
Yeah,
So.
it was 48 hours apart.
Yes.
Not even 24 hours apart.
But I loved it. It was super good. I love pizza, and I could probably eat pizza on a daily basis.
I was
And it's
gonna
one
say,
of
I
those
could probably
things
eat it again today.
that as long as I get a little shift on like what
Where we
pizza,
get it from.
Yeah, where we get it from, or the pizzas that I'm getting. Like I would like, cheese pizza one day, pepperoni the other day, a bacon barbecue the next day, meat lovers the day after. Like as long as I'm changing it up every day, I could definitely eat pizza every single day.
Yeah, for me, it doesn't even have to be the different kinds. It just has to be from like different places, you know? Like I feel like eating pizza from Cottage Inn is so different from eating from like our local pizza place that we go to like their
for
pizza
sure.
buffet and stuff. And so I feel like I almost think of them as different meals.
Yeah, it feels like different meals a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But just talking about pizza, we do have JoJo over at Corner Bar Good. That has nothing to do with pizza though. JoJo taking home a nice minor jackpot, $302 going out to you, winning at the exact ball count you needed to. Good job, JoJo. $300, definitely some awesome stuff in this game number 6. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 7 with that minor prize reverting back to 52 balls or less. That major prize still being available at 53 balls or less, and we'll have a double Musco as that $45 is only getting added onto the Musco in this game you're getting enrolled to right now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do so. But getting to my pizza story that I have. My head football coach for my senior year of football, he also coached Ben, who's the producer on this broadcast, as he had, during his college days, he had a buddy that made the claim that he could eat Little Caesars pizza for every single meal for an entire month. And they were like, okay. And they called him on that like whole entire thing. And they were like, we'll give you, I forgot, a bunch of their friends, all their roommates, they pulled together some money to have some, worthwhile money to be like, hey, if you eat Little Caesars pizza every single day for a month, we'll give you this lump sum of money.
Yeah.
He apparently, by the end of, he did it. He ate Little Caesars pizza for the entirety of the month. But by the end of the month, he had lost around like 25 pounds, I think it was, because he just stopped eating nearly as much because he got so sick of eating Little Caesars that he just started losing weight because his portion sizes went so down while he was eating pizza and stuff like that. He was just eating enough to get through the day kind of deal. And
I don't blame him.
and I think he ended
a
up getting
lot.
like whatever the $200 or $300 that they were offering
They all
up
pulled
for him to
together
do
for
it
him.
for the entire month. But I just think it's absolutely insane that he he actually committed to eating Little Caesars pizza for an entire month.
No, thank you.
At one point, I felt like I could do that, though. In high school, I
Mhm.
definitely felt like I could have eaten a hot and sweaty every single day.
Oh, no, thank you. If you had to eat a pizza like every single day for the rest of your time, what pizza would you eat?
Ooh, rest of my time? Probably just a plain like cheese pizza is gonna be what I'm gonna go with, and then from one of the family shops that I got here in my in the local town that I'm at, I would have to go around and have each one of their pizzas to really understand. But I'd probably go with Pizza Nels, as they got a nice little thinner pizza, and I feel like I could eat that on a more consistent basis. So plain cheese pizza with from one of the local pizza places.
Okay, mine would definitely have to be cottage and barbecue bacon.
Barbecue bacon. See, I could get so sick of barbecue bacon having it every day. Like it would just, I would get absolutely, because barbecue at that amounts is just so strong, and it overtakes the pizza. And I love barbecue, so it works great for most of the time while I'm eating pizza. But if I was having it every day, I would get to the point where it was like those Little Caesars pizzas, and I just couldn't eat it anymore.
I could definitely do it.
Yeah.
Happy National Pizza Day.
I'm so glad I was able to introduce you to the barbecue bacon
I know,
pizza.
my eyes are open.
I know
Changed forever.
you were so like you were like
I was only pepperoni.
I know you were like, I'm not a huge pizza gal.
I really wasn't.
And then I introduced the barbecue bacon pizza to you, and you've since been a pizza fan.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Well, happy National Pizza Day. Enjoy your favorite pizza on today. There's probably a lot of places where you're at that serve up pizzas, so maybe order one on this lovely National Pizza Day.
Absolutely, but we do have some Twins news as you guys are working towards these awesome jackpots, and we're looking to see what the experts are saying about the Twins' top prospects. Right now, they're looking at Brooks Lee, the switch hitter who has a good contact skill as anyone has in the minors, leaving college with more walks than strikeouts and a measly K rate of 11.7%. He is capable of driving the ball from both sides of the plate and clearly has no problem doing so with a wooden bat. He hit .405 and slugged .667 on the Cape and posted a 30.3%, a 38.8%, and a 45.1% on the line in his pro debut that ended in a Double-A. He added strength over time, and there should be plenty of it in the in-game power as a result. There was a concern that Lee would have to move off the shortstop as a pro because of that increased physicality, but the Twins think that he has a chance to stick there because of that plus instincts, excellent hands, and has an arm that approaches plus. If he does move to the third, he could be a gold glover there, and he has advanced bat that could get the Minnesota in a hurry.
Yeah, I think he's really, really good. I think we could be seeing him playing for the Twins this year. We do have T.R. Bone over at Poppers taking home a nice Musco prize of $71.40 in this game number 7. Good job, T.R. Bone, as we will now be getting rolled into a game number 8 with that minor prize becoming available once again. Click it up from 52 to 54 balls or less. But I'm super excited to see the progression of Brooks Lee. He's one of my favorite prospects in our minors and Double-A leagues, and I think that he's one of those guys that could easily become a part of this team very, very quickly, especially if he's willing to move over to third base and he shows that he can play it at a high level. I think he would be really, really good because he's shown that he's very much a plus at the batting side of the baseball, which is half of the game. And so being able to bat at a high level, adding him to our already, very talented batting lineup we have here for our Twins, I think just adding another strong guy like that would be huge. And then for him to be able to, come and play a third base, I think we have guys that can play third base, shortstop, all that kind of action. But, can his ability, play, just as good third base as those guys, but then be a better batter than those guys could definitely aid in the Twins' pursuit to make it to the playoffs once again.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep you guys updated with everything happening with their decision making in their offseason. And if we want to show your support for our Twins, you absolutely can at any time. We have teamed up with them for the awesome eTab game, Twins Win, where if you pick a lucky batter in that home run derby bonus round, you could end up taking home some Grand Slam prizes. It is a lot of fun. So, guys, go check out that awesome eTab. It is a great way to show your support.
Yeah, we love Twins Win, but we also love Game Day Bingo, what you're playing right now in just 1 minute to get enrolled in this game number 8. And we got to talk about the standings that you guys are earning points for right now, because every Musco, every minor, every major, and even every mega you take home, you're earning points towards those game day bingo standings. And we got to talk about the top players there. And we get started off with this top 10 with actually a three-way tie in 8th place. It's between newcomer into the standings Mike over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill, New Brighton, and the already in 8th place players, Jim Rocks over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and Brother Nate over at the Chart House. They all have 19,000 points. With 20,000 points in 7th place, we got Bug over at the Toy Box Saloon. 6th place is Bucko over at the Green Lantern with 22,000 points. With 23,000 points in 4th place, we actually have a two-way tie between Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards and 1308 over at the Red Fox Tavern. 3rd place, the last player outside of the 50,000 point club, we have Bowl at Corner Bar Goodhue with 31,000 points. And with 50,000 points in 2nd place, we got Tanya over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery. But our 1st place player is Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 53,000 points, as Bobo's been able to hold on to it for a little bit now, but Tanya continues to creep closer and closer. So we'll see who gets more wins throughout today.
Absolutely, and the locations they've been playing at are fighting tooth and nail for our location standings. And starting off in 10th place, we got American Legion Fridley. They sit with 32,000 points. We have a tie in 8th between the Lincoln Depot and the Sherwood Lounge, as both locations sit with 37,000. Right ahead of them in 7th place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. They currently sit with 39,000 points. Then with 42,000 in 6th place, we got Shady's Railside. While in 5th place, it's Outtakes with 46,000. 4th place is Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery with exactly 50,000 points. Then right ahead of them with 52,000 in 3rd place, it's the Chart House. 2nd place, it's our Corner Bar in Goodhue with 88,000. And in 1st place, with exactly 100,000 points so far, it is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
Yeah, the first location into the 100,000 point club. Absolutely awesome stuff for all of our players and locations. Killing it in our top 10s. We do have balls dropping in this game of Game Day Bingo. We got players 11 balls away. We'll see if we can end up giving out a nice prize. But if you guys aren't playing the live bingo, check out our e-tabs. We have over 70 different Charitable e-tab games, so you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. With awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games, you'll definitely want to check them out. Right now, we're listening to a little Cash Chaos action, which got that retro video game feel. It's super fun, and definitely go check it out. Me and Jordy, we were talking about earlier in the broadcast that we went to a great little hotel while we were in during this past weekend, and there was a giant arcade down there that a bunch of little kids were playing at, but we got a little bit of enjoyment out of it as well, as I got to play. Unfortunately, you didn't get the opportunity to play, but it was a little bit of Space Invaders, as they had a screen that probably went from floor all the way to ceiling that was just a giant Space Invaders game where you had the giant ray gun right there in front of you that you're trying to blast all of the different ships and stuff like that. It was super fun, and it definitely reminds me of a little Cash Chaos.
We got loser Dave at Finlayson Municipal Bar taking home that Musco prize, $18.40. Nicely done in this round number 8. Round number 8, we're about to be enrolled in round number 9 now, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play as that minor clicks up to 56 balls or less.
Ooh, exciting stuff, so keep on getting enrolled. But yeah, talking about those E-Tab games, Cash Chaos, absolutely one of our favorite ones, as well as the newest E-Tab game, Lucky Star. We do have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, game number 9. And as you guys are doing so, we're going to talk about some celebrities born on today.
Absolutely. And our first one on this day in 1891 is Ronald Colman. He is the English actor. He did Tale of Two Cities.
Ooh, I know that's an iconic film. I've never seen it, but it was probably during early days of film, which I'm not very familiarized with those classic old movies.
I know him. I know of the film, but
I know he's got a sweet mustache. That's one thing that Ronald Colman definitely had.
I don't know if I'd call it sweet.
I think it's sweet. I think, and those old suave mustaches with the slicked hair to the side, I think they're sweet for their time for sure. I don't think I could rock it now. I don't think it looks good now on anybody.
He looks like my great-grandfather.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's known for his works of Random Harvest, Lost Horizon, The Prisoner of Zelda. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, he was during the silent film era. And he immigrated to the United States and and having success in Hollywood in his film career. He was the most popular during the 1920s, 30s, and 40s.
Very cool stuff. Well, happy birthday. Next up on this day in 1914, we got Bill Veeck. He is the American Baseball Hall of Fame executive. He is the owner of the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. He played for winning the World Series in 1948, as well as the St. Louis Browns.
Yeah, super, super cool stuff. Big time executive, winning a World Series, as well as just being a really good executive for a really long time. Happy birthday, Bill Veeck. Next up, a huge, huge singer-songwriter, born in 1942, Carole King, a American Grammy Award-winning songwriter, did Up on the Roof, One Fine Day, Pleasant Valley Sunday, was a piano player and singer for Tapestry, as they did You've Got a Friend and So Far Away, and You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman.
Yes, the original.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Carole King, one of the biggest singer-songwriters of all time, of all female singer-songwriters. She's one of those names that continuously gets popped up all the time.
Absolutely. She ended up actually writing a song for, let's see. She wrote a song for the Beatles.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Chains. They recorded it and debuted that on their album in 1963.
That is really, really cool stuff. Yeah, she was also in Broadway, too, which is really cool as well. I always like artist that's done so many different things, and Broadway is really, really cool. And she did that as a solo artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, happy birthday, Carole King. Next up, a really fun actor, born in 1943. We got Joe Pesci, an American actor who was in Half Nelson, as well as Goodfellas and many, many others. Home Alone, both Home Alones. We just watched a Joe Pesci classic.
That's right.
My Cousin Vinny, which is a really, really great one as well. Do you have a favorite Joe Pesci movie?
Probably Home Alone.
Home Alone.
He's won the Academy Award for Best Actor in Supporting Role. He won the BAFTA Award for Most Promising Newcomer. He won the National Society of Film Critics Award for The Raging Bull. He got the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Actor in The Irishman. He's 80 years old today, and he's only 5'4".
Yeah, he's awesome. I love a little Joe Pesci action, as he's just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
He's got a great personality. He does good in many different roles. And I don't know. I think my favorite role of his is My Cousin Vinny. I don't know.
Really?
I love that role. His whole entire character in that just feels so Joe Pesci to me.
It does.
Like that's like one of those roles that you just go, yeah, that's just Joe Pesci being Joe Pesci. Like, and you love it.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday to Joe Pesci. Next up, in 1978, we got Charlie Day. He is an American actor. He was in Charlie Kelly. He played Charlie Kelly in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and he was also in Pacific Rim. Really?
Yeah, he's in a lot of different things.
That's weird.
We got 80813 over at the Chart House, taking home a nice Musco prize of $24.90 in this game number 9. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 10 with that minor prize, clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less.
Really? I never knew who Charlie Day was married to.
Oh, yeah, I did not realize that either.
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Ellis.
Yeah, absolutely. She's in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
Very cool.
She definitely is. But Charlie Day, he's going to be voice acting as Luigi in the new Mario movie, which is definitely I think it's Luigi. Click on Super Mario to make sure on that Luigi. One. But he's in a lot of different Horrible Bosses he's a part of. He's probably most popular for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But he's definitely been in a lot of work since being a star in that role.
Absolutely. He's just such a strange guy to me.
And yes, he will be voicing Luigi
Yes.
in the new Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Yes, absolutely. He's a very funny guy. Kind of makes me slightly uncomfortable. Very, very funny, though.
Yes, he definitely is. Well, happy birthday, Charlie Day. We got 1 minute and 38 seconds to get enrolled in this next one, as we got a bunch of other great actors and actresses to go over.
Absolutely. Next up on this day in 1981, we got Tom Hiddleston. He is the English actor. He was Loki in the Marvel series, Thor, and as well as Avengers.
Yeah, he's a big-time actor from those. He's also made he was in one of the King Kong movies. and he's done quite a few other works, but he's definitely most known for his role as Loki in the Marvel series.
Which is so strange because how he looks as an actor, before I was like actually into Marvel, I would have never known he played Loki.
Really?
I think they look so different.
Yeah, they definitely look very, very different. Now I can't unsee it because like
I completely agree.
The face is so I've seen Loki enough times now that I'm like, oh, I know exactly what Loki's face looks like, and that's Tom Hiddleston's face. But it's definitely fun there. He's in The Night Manager, Crimson Peak, Kong Skull Island. Yeah, and a few other movies and stuff like that. But I very much like him as one of the characters in those Marvel series. I think one of the better actors within those series.
Yeah, one of my favorite Marvel spin-off shows is Loki, and I can't wait for season 2 to come out.
Yeah, should be some really, really good stuff.
Well, from one to the next. Next up in 1987, we got Michael B. Jordan. He is the American actor. He played Killmonger in another Marvel movie, Black Panther.
Yeah, he's also going to be coming out with the third movie to the Creed series, which is an addition onto the Rocky Balboa movies.
Yes.
And I'm super excited for that. I really enjoyed the first two Creeds, and I'm very much excited for this one, as this one's kind of, you get a little bit more backstory to who Creed is and what his life was before the original Creed movie.
Yeah, very cool stuff. Happy birthday, Michael B. Jordan. Next up in 1987, we have Rose Leslie. She is the Scottish actress. She is in Downton Abbey as well as Game of Thrones.
Yeah, seems like a good show, a really big show actress. And you recognize her?
Yes, she's a great character in Game of Thrones. I think she might be my dad's favorite character in Game of Thrones.
Really?
She's actually a wildling. She's like one of the wild people that live beyond the gate and the wall, and she like lives in this like Siberian like winter land with her little tribe of people.
That's cool.
Jon Snow comes on the other side of the wall, and he's like a prisoner in her group, and they end up falling in love, and they're actually married in real life.
That's so fun.
Jon Snow actually took home his a sculpted like head from his beheading and put it in their fridge for her to open it up at home.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow, what a crazy, way to open up your fridge. Just insane.
You see your husband's head.
Yeah, that is crazy. Happy birthday, Rose Leslie. What else has she been in outside of Downton Abbey and Game of
she's going to be in the new adaptation of My Time Traveling Husband.
Oh, okay.
With Theo James, the one that we just watched.
The Time Traveler's Wife.
Time Traveler's Wife.
Yeah,
yes.
That's really cool. She's also in The Last Witch Hunter, The Good Fight.
Death on the Nile.
Yeah, Death on the Nile. I know that's a big time cast in that one. Honeymoon. Yeah. Morgan. I know. Isn't Morgan the new movie that's going to be coming out?
No, it is not. The new movie coming out is called Megan, it's a horror doll thing.
Yes. So I was wondering if she was in
Morgan
Megan,
is like a prodigy child that's like weird, yeah.
Oh, interesting. We do have a winner here, taking home a nice must-go prize of $31. One ball away from taking home the minor prize. Loser Dave over at Finlayson Municipal Bar, taking home $31 in game number 11. We are now going to get into our final game of Game Day Bingo, game number 12. With that,
game number 11, we're getting enrolled in.
We're getting enrolled into game number 11. Only 2 more opportunities on these prizes. Minor jackpot, 60 balls or less, $156. High likelihood to see it go out in this game. But as you guys are getting after it, we would like you guys to get signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, when they get signed up, they don't only get to earn points for those PGL standings, they also get insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. And we also like to highlight the new members who just get signed up.
That's right. So just signing up, we had Mary 8, 2114 Daddy, Terry, No Whammies, J-Poc, K-Dog, The Dude, Cruisin', Good Vibes, D-Fiends, Me 56001. Oh, hi, it's a me, Ms. Frizz, DJ Jeffy, Trex Lent, as well as Top Shelf, all signing up.
Oh, good job to those players getting signed up at PGL.world. We are now going to get into the PGL standings, which just had some big shakeups as of last night because it was a wild Wednesday. In 10th place, moving from unranked to this spot, we got OE50 over at Stanchion Bar with 300,080 points. with 317,450 points in 9th place. Getting bumped back from 7th, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville with 317,660 points in 8th place. Moving all the way up from unranked to that spot, we got Big Dog over at the Rustic Saloon. Getting bumped back from 6th into 7th, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 330,000 points. With 334,000 points in 6th place. Moving up from 8th, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. Moving up from, getting bumped back actually from 4th into 5th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 342,000 points. Passing up Sloppy, moving from 5th into 4th place, we got Day's Dream over at Monty's Sports Bar with 386,000 points. With 328,000 points in 3rd place, getting bumped back from 2nd, we got Panda over at the Roadside. Moving into 2nd, passing up Panda, moving from 3rd into that 2nd place spot, it's Sherber over at the Clubhouse of Edinburgh with 485,000 points. With 622,000 points, landing them in 1st place, playing over at Eagles Albert Lay, we have Jake.
Nicely done to all of our top 10 players, and Jake staying in 1st place for yet another week. As you guys have just about 10 seconds to get enrolled into our second to last game of this lunchtime show, I want to hop into the location standings because coming in from unranked to 10th place, it's the Stanchion Bar of Hamel. They have 1,124,210 points. 9th place, it's Howie's Sports Bar and Grill of St. Cloud with 1,168,749 points. Then in 8th place, it's the Cabin Bar in Nicolette. They have 1,174,500 points. 7th place, though, it's Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa. They have 1,183,435 points. Then in 6th place, it's Eagles Austin, as they have 1,266,725 points. 5th place, though, it's American Legion Cleveland. They have 1,274,320 points. With 1,391,750 points in 4th place, it's the Alabama Gilbert. While in 3rd place, coming in from unranked after last night, it's the Benton Station of Sauk Rapids. They have 1,414,580 points. Then 2nd place, it's the PJ Supper Club of Avon. They have 1,578,735 points. While holding on to 1st place for yet another week, it's Eagles Albert Lay. They have 1,881,630 points so far.
Oh, yeah, but we are getting after in this game day bingo, game number 11. We have 40 balls dropped here as we got players 10 balls away. Now 9 balls away for a few of these players. We'll see if we can give out this minor prize in 60 balls or less, as people are 100% in line to be able to take this one home. If we miss out, we still have a $38.90 must-go prize in this one, which is also great stuff. We do have a Wild game happening tonight as our Wild are taking on the Golden Knights at 7 p.m. Should be some great stuff, and if you guys want to send some luck over to our Minnesota Wild, play the great E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild. It's super fun. You can take home a bunch of great prizes, even check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can score yourself a jackpot.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun and a great way to show your support for our Wild, so absolutely do so. But if you guys are taking home huge wins or just having a good time with Pilot Games, there's one thing we absolutely want you to do. Take those pictures and send them our way. So send those player pictures directly to our Facebook page. You can email them us at jackpots@pilotgames, or you can share them with the hashtag pilotgames.
We do have Spike over at Main Street Bar Hopkins taking home a nice jackpot of $173. Good job, Spike. In this game of Game Day Bingo, we will now be getting rolled into the final game of Game Day Bingo during this lunchtime. as you guys will have a lot more game day bingo throughout today. But it's the final of this lunchtime where me and Jordy will be here playing game day bingo with you guys. We do have a shot at that major prize, $5,689, 53 balls or less. And if we miss out on that jackpot, we do have a double Musco, as I think $38 is already built up in that Musco, and it's only being added to as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 15 seconds. But as we are getting enrolled into this last game, we got to highlight one of our favorite Vikings-themed E-Tab game. It's called Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the Skull bonus and see if you can win some big prizes. Absolutely awesome stuff there. And it's a very, very fun E-Tab game.
Oh, absolutely.
But as we are getting enrolled, I want to talk about our Timberwolves, as there was a huge trade that happened for our Timberwolves, a 3-team trade, which I absolutely hated. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm negative about this trade, but we'll see how it works out, as I can explain away why it's an okay trade for us. Well, the Los Angeles Lakers, they have agreed to trade away Russell Westbrook to the Utah Jazz and reacquire point guard from us, D'Angelo Russell, and also receive Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt from the Jazz, as we are going to be receiving Mike Conley and Nikhil Anderson, Alexander Walker, and two second-round picks, I think is what it is, and then the Jazz, they are going to be receiving Johan Toscan Anderson and Damian Jones, as well as the Lakers 2027 first-round pick. A lot of shakeups happening with that trade. We didn't have to give up any picks or anything like that. We actually only gave up, it looks like, D'Angelo Russell within that trade, and we were able to receive Mike Conley, Nikhil Anderson Walker, and two second-round picks. But is it something that I necessarily wanted? Not really. It felt like it was a trade to get the Lakers really, really good, which is something that I didn't want, because they're in the Western Conference with us, could be easily in the play-in tournament with us, mattering on how everything ends up shaking out in the West. And I would hate to get matched up with a team that has so much talent, getting guys that we know are very productive players because they were with our Timberwolves just last season, Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. And then D'Angelo Russell, we obviously know, as he was playing with us all season long, as well as the last few seasons, and he's a really good player as well. So Lakers got significantly better. We get Mike Conley, who is that staple veteran, to be able to play with us. I think he doesn't need a lot of touches to be able to affect the game in a positive fashion. And so that may be what it is, that they're trying to, create a better, give Anthony Edwards more on-ball usage, and let Mike Conley be a little bit more of that off-ball guard and being able to make some plays for the other players. And then Nikhil and Alexander Walker, I think, is a nice projection pick, as he's got a lot of upside.
All right. Well, they do have a game coming up tomorrow. They are going to be facing those Grizzlies at 7 p.m., but we will keep you guys everything up to date with all the decisions they make in the upcoming weeks.
Oh, yeah, but let's get into some movies released on today, since we got a little bit of time. 2007, Norbit was released, and then two movies in 2018, Peter Rabbit and Monster Family. Obviously, Norbit, absolute classic right there. It's one of Will's, one of our fellow broadcasters' favorite movies. I don't know if it's, one of his actual favorites, but it's probably one of his favorite quotable movies that I've ever heard him. He just quotes it consistently.
All the time. That's a good one. I can't say that I've seen Peter Rabbit or Monster Family.
Yes,
though.
I haven't. I wouldn't be surprised if James Marsden was in Peter Rabbit, as that looked like another one of those
animated sidekick movies.
One animated character with
a grown man next to it.
With a grown man next to it. And James Marsden seems to find himself in every single one of those movies.
And he does it well.
He does. I think that it's a skill that you have to acquire while acting, to be able to act to, empty space.
Have you seen what it was like filming next to the stand-in for Jar Jar Binks and stuff?
No.
I don't know how they kept a straight face.
That's so funny. I think it's also hilarious to think about how Darth Vader had a, thick Swedish accent while they were filming
as the stand-in
with him, because they wanted that giant, and they didn't want.
Look, I am your father.
Exactly. Absolutely craziness. We do have our final winner here, $68.30, being split up between or it's just the bar over at the Benton Station, taking home that nice prize. Good job at the bar in this final game of this great game day bingo opportunities. You guys will get more game day bingo running from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock, and you'll get one lucky 4 bingo opportunity in between our games of game day bingo. But while you guys are getting enrolled into some lucky 4 bingo, we have a player spotlight.
That's right. Just this past weekend, Coors was over at the Well, and they took home the largest jackpot of the past weekend, $7,473. While they were playing over at the Well, as well as all the other players at that location, they support the Coon Rapids Cardinal Little League. They are a community league that believes not only in having fun while playing baseball, but taking those steps to create a stronger, safer, and healthier community.
Yeah, really, really great stuff. 2 minutes to get enrolled in some Lucky 4 bingo. Enjoy, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
30,000, 20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses, and for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
it's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here. I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
it's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.